Hello and welcome to the channel. It's me, Chris Brooks. I had an email last night from June. If you remember June, I had on a podcast regarding the DVLA situation that she was going through. Well, I believe this is to do with the electric as well, because she stopped paying the electric and gas and she had her own meters installed. Hi Chris, since our podcast things have gotten a little out of hand in many ways. I feel like I'm being attacked by these demonics. I hadn't informed you that I'm dealing with multiple situations, but the book is being thrown at me in all directions now. My so-called court case regarding driver versus traveller went ahead and I'm ignored by my request by trial by jury. So now they reckon I have 8 points on my licence and a £1,600 fine to pay before the 22nd of April, which if not paid could cause for arrest. Then I get an issue with my home being broken into. The video link is here. I give you permission to put this on your podcast. Well, it's not going to be the podcast, but it will certainly be on this video. Best wishes, June.
What do you want?
Right, June, I've actually called some colleagues to come down as well. What I don't want to do is unnecessarily force the doors open.
You're absolutely right, because I have the right to defend my property under the Castle Doctrine. Are you aware of that? And I will defend myself if I have to. And how dare they come through my property through a broken fence in the garden? That is trespassing.
They have a right to do that.
No, they don't. No, they don't. It's a fake warrant.
It's not fake.
Absolutely. And I've got your details.
Yes, you have. And June, the main concern is the way the meters have potentially been...
You know what? They are not their meters.
No. But the belief is that they've been fitted out safely.
I have a gas safety certificate.
June.
Have you read? I don't think you've read what's on the notice on my door.
June, we're not going away though.
I know you're not, but neither am I.
And no, I'm not asking you to, but what I don't want to be doing is arresting you.
Oh my God. Okay, I've got help on the way.
You've got what?
I've got help on the way.
Who's that?
You'll find out when they arrive.
Okay. Are they going to be soon? Because I can't wait here all day.
Neither can I. I hope so. All I've got to say to you is under the Section 26 of the Criminal Justice Act 2015, are you aware that you are forbidden in assisting a civil matter? That is not a true warrant, and you know it.
So
sorry, I didn't catch. PC Harrison, what's your badge number?
21459. It's just there for... slipped around somewhere. Okay. Well, it's there if you needed to see it.
Okay.
So, just read that last little bit out for me again, please, Julie.
I said under the section of the 26 Criminal Justice Act of 2015, I think it is, you are forbidden in assisting in a civil matter.
Okay.
And you say that you're aiding these bailiffs because they've got a warrant. Are you absolutely sure that warrant is a true warrant? Which judge has signed it?
To the best of my knowledge and my understanding, I will double check it.
Yes, please. You'll find... I want to know what name, what judge is on that warrant.
Okay. My understanding is that it's an active, insuitable warrant. Now, where we've got the issue here at this point is if they've got a warrant, you're quite right. We're not going to be police are not going to be putting your door or anything like that or doing their job for them. However, they've got a job to do, and we've got to make sure there's not a breach of peace.
That's exactly all you're here to do.
On the criminal side of things, I believe there is an allegation of some kind of assault, so there is a criminal thing.
No, hang on a minute. They were not invited into my home. I did not invite them in. They came in through a broken fence in my garden. Is that, in your understanding, legal for them to do that or lawful for them to do that? Are you going to tell me that that is a lawful entry? Is it a lawful entry?
Allows them to force access, then yes, they would be permitted to do that.
Right, I've got it on record. Okay.
But that's my understanding of things at the moment.
You better go and check. Please go and check if that warrant is actually legal.
My colleague just done that, and where are we up to?
Which judge is it?
It has got 3 names of the magistrate and of the office on there.
No, it's a judge, a magistrate. What's the name?
Yeah.
Sold by Birmingham, most helpful.
Oh yeah, okay. Have you read this notice on my door about?
Say again, sorry.
Have you read this notice on my door?
I'll be honest, because of the frosted glass and the pattern on, I can't properly read it. And obviously I can see a little bit there. It talks about fraudulent warrant,
Yes,
but I think this is you're saying it's a fraudulent warrant.
I know it is.
But what we've seen is it's not a fraudulent warrant. So there's a disagreement there, of which I think you may be misinformed.
Oh, right, okay. Under no circumstances am I going to be opening my doors.
Okay, that's your business.
It's my right.
Okay, if you're not going to open the door, then obviously if they've got this warrant, then they can do that via force, so that would involve having to cause some damage to your door.
For which they'll be heavily sued.
And if that's the route you wish to go down, then that is your business. But that is the potential avenue that is going to be looked upon. If we can avoid that and we can do it in a common sense way, without having to cause any damage, then you can take your legal matters up against them at a later date with a door that hasn't been damaged. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does, but I am not going to be opening my doors.
Okay, that's fair enough.
So whatever they decide that they've got to do, they'll have to do.
Okay, we've given you fair heads up on that. So if that's the course we're going to go down, then so be it. I'll respect your point of view, but I think that is probably what's going to end up happening. Okay, obviously I would ask if any force is used to stay away from the door for your safety and the person operating the door. And obviously,
I believe I have the right to defend my property under the Castle Doctrine.
well, what would you be defending it against?
Whatever force is necessary.
Okay. Obviously, what threat do you believe there to be to you, your safety?
They will be trespassing.
Okay.
I have not and will not invite them in.
I understand you're not.
So it'll be a forced entry and it'll be a trespass against me.
Obviously, we are not going to be allowing any assaults to be happening either upon you or upon any ourselves or any of the other workers here. So my suggestion would be is let's not be using force. Let's not talk about using force. You've got your point of view. I understand that. These guys have got a job to do with a warrant, which has been checked and is correct and legal. Let's get this door sorted. Let's get this process finished. None of this talk about defending ourselves or using force, because that's just going to end up with someone getting arrested, isn't it? Obviously, I can't see you at the moment, Julie, but I understand. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
That's none of your business.
Okay. Give me an age range, roughly. Would you describe yourself as in your 20s, middle-aged, elderly? I don't know.
Elderly.
Elderly, okay. So I don't want to have to be using force or arresting an elderly lady. But if there's going to be any assaults, then the option is removed from us. Does that make sense?
I think you better go back you do know you're working for a corporation. You're not working for the people.
I'm working for the Crown. That's what my oath is sworn to.
Okay, well, you better uphold that.
Yeah, and that's what I intend to do.
Okay. Thank you.
It's in the centre here.
Johnny,
Get off my property, you are trespassing.
I'm not trespassing, no, to do with the warrant.
It's a fake warrant. Go do your bloody job. How the hell did you get... You think going through a broken garden fence is a legal entry? Is it a legal entry? A broken fence. That's a legal entry, is it? Go. Right.
All right, so, do you want my name?
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. I'm
All
suing the pants off every single one of you. Where's your badge?
Sir?
Where's your, no, your badge number.
I haven't got on me today.
Oh,
23004.
right. Okay, got ya.
All right.
You,
There you go. PC Stevenson 22744.
PC Stevenson. Where's your name?
Julie?
Where's your name? You've even got my bloody name wrong. Thank you.
Okay.
And
Sure
you?
you want me as well?
Yes, I do.
There you go.
Every
PC
one of you.
21459 Harrison.
Because you're
West Mercia
trespassing
Police.
and your badge number.
It's on there. 21459.
Right, and Julie? Is it Julie?
No.
Okay, what's your first name?
Get on and do your job.
Okay.
What you think your job is. What you think your job is.
Okay.
I hope you
Have
sleep
yourself
well
a
at
seat.
night.
Have yourself
Get-
a seat then.
Go on and do your bloody
All right.
business.
Try and bring him in.
Yeah, guys, want to jump in for us?
Jump in for us. Yeah, jump in for us. You're keeping the peace, aren't you? I do not have any contracts with Octopus. I paid my final bill and I told them their services were no longer required.
Okay, I believe this lady here is going to want to say something to you.
Oh, yeah. I've seen you before.
I'm going to show you the warrant of entry.
I want to see that.
that we got from Birmingham.
I need to see that.
From Birmingham Magistrates
Yeah, I know
Court.
exactly.
Can you possibly
Right, I need to-
confirm that your shoe rack is in front of the cellar door?
Just to let you know, we've gained entry into the premises. No
Okay,
damage has
got
been
that.
caused as it's been
Where's
gained
that?
entry through
Can you
locksmith.
possibly confirm?
Can you read that?
The occupant
Well,
is
I'm not moving the shoe rack.
cooperating fairly well with us.
It's
Octopus,
plastic,
who are
so-
trading insolvent and are not suppliers but traders of gas and electricity, are now employing Hasty Limited to illegally harass people with fraudulent warrants. As we just discussed, the warrant is active.
It's going to need to be
The
out
warrant
of
is
the way for when
legitimate.
the engineer comes back.
Yep, that's fine. Whoever it is you need to
I need to know who she is.
You like your badge?
Yeah, that's not a problem at all.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll try to keep this in as much.
They're not your meters.
Well, this one won't, is it? This one.
Okay.
You said before we were calling Julie was incorrect. What is your name?
I don't need to respond to you.
what would you like
I
to-
do not need to
I'm not. what would you-
correspond with you.
Can I get a word in? What would you like me to address? Or what would you like me to address you as? Julie?
You don't need to address me at all.
Okay.
So least conversation the best now.
I'm just trying to be polite and friendly.
I do not wish to create any joinder with you. You scumbags. Absolute scumbags. And you really think... I've just asked
PC Haynes.
PC Haynes if he could move out of the way so I can record what's going on, and he said no.
I need to consider the safety of everyone in here.
Yeah, right.
I'm just going to go and reset the company.
My God. You're unbelievable. They have now cut my electricity off, folks. With no warning.
Company or here illegally.
Again, your viewpoint is that it's illegal. I am of a different viewpoint, having looked at the evidence and looked at the warrant. So I believe they are here legally with the correct paperwork. Ultimately, a warrant does not get issued willy-nilly. If Birmingham Magistrates Court have issued that warrant, then there is a process that has been followed and there is an element of evidence in there. Warrants do not just get issued on random bits of information. There has to be a good chunk of information and evidence to support that warrant, whether that's in civil cases, whether that's in criminal cases, whether that's in mental health scenarios, whether that's in like a drugs warrant or something like that. They don't just get issued because someone heard something. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, I'm just checking.
They haven't even told me what they're doing down there.
Yeah, well, this is what I was trying to ascertain.
They did try and have a conversation with you earlier on and you just shouted at them. They didn't get a chance to get a word in edgeways, did they?
Well, with all due respect, if somebody barged into your home, yeah.
Illegally.
Illegally.
Again.
Yeah, yeah.
Illegally.
This is where the crux of the matter is. You believe it to be illegally.
I'm just saying, whether, regardless of the circumstances, if somebody comes on one's property, yeah.
But ultimately, if someone has a warrant to do so,
you know, a lady who's vulnerable on her own, it's just not on really.
and that's why we try to do this in the most we're trying to do it in the most respectful, dignified position. And as you say, protecting, as I said before, we've got to protect everyone. So that includes the workers here. So that means we've got to be here. There's already been an allegation of an assault. It couldn't be dealt with amicably. There's been an allegation of an assault, so we have to remain here.
They suddenly appeared.
Assault.
They suddenly appeared in my hallway. I had no understanding of how they got in. Then I realised they came in through a fence that was blown down in my garden.
So it doesn't make any sense why they're in the cellar.
No.
So, but you're assisting somebody.
I believe they're doing their work with the meters located within the cellar.
So are they trying to change your meters?
I don't know what they're trying to do.
What are they trying to do?
I've got a gas safety certificate. I've shown it to the guy down there, the police, whatever he is, constable, the corporate policeman. So if it's to do with gas safety, that doesn't stand up because I've got a safety certificate.
And what? Yeah.
So there's no reason for them to be here at all.
No.
Right. Okay. They're my meters, first and foremost. They're not yours.
Okay.
So you are actually stealing my property.
Okay. Right. Well, I'll finish up downstairs and we'll come up.
And you haven't even asked to see if there's a gas safety certificate, which there is.
Like I said, we'll finish up downstairs and we'll
Can
explain
I
it.
ask who are you working for?
Work for Haste.
Yes, but who is Haste? Who is the contract for coming out here with?
So we work on behalf of Octopus.
Octopus?
Yeah.
Octopus bailiffs or
Energy.
Octopus?
Octopus Energy,
Yeah,
so-called
yes.
energy suppliers, which they don't supply.
Yes, so
They supply nothing.
Yes, so why are you here? Octopus don't supply. Jude?
Well, like I said, we'll talk about it all.
No. It needs to be resolved now, amicably, as the policeman has said kindly, that you need to go because there's no issue and June doesn't use Octopus.
As I said before, if the warrant has been issued, then there's evidence contrary to that. So the warrant has been issued, so there
doesn't
are
make
words.
sense, does it?
I'm not going to pass comment on that. I wasn't there. I did not request that warrant. I have not been involved in that
Well,
part of it.
we'll
But
have
from
to look into that warrant, won't we? And hopefully
Absolutely going to.
you will.
I won't be looking into any warrant. If you wish to take up any matters yourselves,
Well-
which I imagine you probably will do, then that's
I've put them all under notice. They're all under notice, every single one of them.
Yeah, because you've read this and not adhered to it.
I've read the first part of that where it says it talks about fraudulent warrants, and this is the crux that you keep going around to. You believe the warrant to be fraudulent. From
But
what
yeah, you were
I do
saying,
not believe it to be
but-
fraudulent.
Would it be possible for them to leave the property because they're
Not
not
at the moment,
here?
no. They're going to be doing what they've been instructed to do and what they have a warrant for.
So what exactly are they instructed to do? Because you're protecting them while they are doing this.
I'm preventing a
unwarranted.
breach of the peace and preventing any kind of assault. So I'm not. You can argue, am I protecting everybody in this property? Yes, and I won't disagree with that. Am I taking sides? Am I protecting haste?
So
No,
your
I'm not.
protection that you're explaining could end now because June doesn't have Octopus Energy.
Okay,
And
they have
why?
not completed the work that they've been sanctioned to do by Birmingham Magistrates Court.
Yeah, but the Birmingham Magistrates Court, I doubt if, June end of story doesn't have Octopus. So why have they allowed Haste to come in?
And that's a
That
question.
doesn't make
That's a question
sense.
you have to take up with Birmingham
And yet you
Magistrates.
believe the warrants. It doesn't make sense.
Ultimately, I'm answerable to the court, aren't I? If a court issues a warrant, then that has to be followed through upon.
But what I'm just trying to say is it doesn't make sense.
I understand that. I don't have
Yeah.
all the information
I
about
get
what was
what you're
submitted in
saying,
that submitted in that application for the warrant to pass comment on there.
I'm just stating it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I'm just going to write the paperwork out which has the telephone number on, and you will be able to contact Octopus. And a mop engineer will come within the next 4 or 5 hours to replace with registered gas and electric meters. Okay, so
I have a gas safety certificate.
I'm going to go and write the paperwork out now.
I've already got a gas safety certificate. You had no right to change those meters. They didn't belong to Octopus in the first place. They were mine.
Yeah, it's theft. It's theft.
You are on notice. You will be sued, every single one of you. They think that I'm joking.
No. So, Julie, I've been calling you Julie throughout this process. You said Julie was not your name.
They didn't even ask who I was when they came in.
That's not true.
Haste didn't.
I asked you and you refused to give me any details.
Yeah, you, because I don't want to create joinder. But Haste didn't.
Okay. So, as I said before, there's been an allegation of an assault where you are the suspect of that assault. I wasn't there. I don't know the insides and outsides of what happened. However, there is an allegation against you.
Have you heard, any of you heard of the Castle Doctrine? Are you familiar with it? Can I ask you?
Are you able to supply us with your name and date of birth, please?
I don't have to.
So, this is where we're going to have a bit of an issue. Is at the moment, you're suspect of an offence. And I need to confirm your identity, of which I don't know what that is at the moment. I believe it might be Julie, but you're saying it's not. saying something else. So I need to confirm your identity, otherwise you may end up being arrested. So I would provide me with a necessity to arrest you on suspicion of common assault. To confirm your identity. That would be my necessity. So what I would ask, the easiest way we can resolve this is if you've got a passport, a driving licence, a national ID card, any kind of legitimate passport photo document, then I can confirm your identity, confirm your details, and if needs be, we can resolve that at a later date. Does that make sense?
This seems rather odd given the fact that you believe that you were following a warrant, and surely a warrant would have, as well as the address, the right name.
It's to the premises, not the person.
But you actually was referring to the person, and
Well,
that you're here to
I don't know who this
protect the
person is
people.
in front of me.
But
at the
you
moment.
have just said that you were calling her Julie.
I was
and
calling
that
her
you
Julie,
were
and she,
here-
before you arrived, she said, I'm not called Julie. So I don't know. I think she might be called Julie, but we
seems
can
a bit
resolve
odd.
this if she can just confirm her details with some kind of documentation. Does that make sense? Have you got a document you can provide me with?
Should I do that?
I think that if you could
It's a
leave her
requirement
for
under
now.
the Policing
Yeah.
Criminal Act.
And yeah, I've got a Code G necessity under the Police and Criminal Evidence Act to confirm your identity. Alternatively, she can be arrested, taken to the police station, booked in, processed there, and identity confirmed there. We can avoid that
So why would you arrest her exactly?
Because
I don't know who she
This
is.
is a civil offence.
No, the assault is criminal.
Criminal offence now.
That's so-called assault.
Yeah, you might not agree with it, but it would
No.
be suspicion of that offence, and you'd have your legal rights and entitlements, and you can have your say in interview. But at the moment, I need to confirm who you are, so we can avoid that. Are you willing to provide me with any kind of documentation?
So we are reporting to the police now of breaking and entering and
As I said to you
unlawful
before,
entrance.
breaking and
into a
entering is not an
property.
offence in the UK.
You are allowed to protect yourself against people who are coming into a property unlawfully.
Julie, is there anything I can reasonably say or
And
do
theft
to get you
of
to
the
provide?
meter.
Okay, that's relative. In the sense of, we are investigating a criminal offence. A criminal offence being common assault. Now, in order...
This is when you're protecting yourself in the
Excuse me?
property. So if I was
Excuse me?
raped,
They don't
You
care.
are-
You know what? I'll tell you what, I'm not even going to... They have not informed me that they are recording. I think that that was something that they should have been informing me of immediately.
You can see that the ring is on.
No. You should have informed me that I was being recorded the minute you walked in.
and also you were recording me and you didn't inform me.
June, what's your date of birth?
Before I was here.
How are you supposed to inform me?
Julie, can you confirm your date of birth?
I've just done that.
Is that come through? Sorry, apologies.
And by the way, I want to know where they put my meters.
They're taking them.
Yeah, but
They've stolen my meters, right?
that's theft.
Yep.
It doesn't belong to us.
The warrant allows them to take the items away. It's written on the warrant.